It's time again to recap the latest news from the solar industry compiled by the American Solar Energy Society. I'm Jay Warmke with SolarPVTraining.com, and this is what's happening in the wonderful world of solar for the week of September 22nd. Now, a recent survey by the Solar and Storage Industries Institute has found that about 70% of all farmers surveyed are open to developing solar on their farmland as long as agricultural production can be incorporated within that, a process known as agrivoltaics. The report is part of a larger study funded by the U.S. Department of Energy to study the barriers against agrivoltaics and utility-scale solar development and figure out ways to combat or overcome these barriers. Now, according to NREL, the National Renewable Energy Labs, only about 10% currently of all large-scale systems that are being developed incorporate agrivoltaics. Oxford PV announced last week that it's going to begin shipping solar panels that incorporate perovskite to customers within the United States. Perovskite is a family of materials that has shown a high potential for higher performance and lower cost of production than silicon in solar cells. However, when implemented in the real world, they've shown some stability and longevity problems. Oxford PV panels are made of perovskite on silicon tandem solar cells that can produce up to 20% more power than traditional silicon cells can. These tandem solar cells will be used in utility scale installations, reducing the cost because of their increased efficiency, allowing for more power production on a smaller footprint. AEP Ohio recently made a request in May to the Ohio Public Utilities Commission requesting a new rate structure for data centers with loads greater than 25 megawatts and crypto mining or mobile data centers with loads greater than 1 megawatt. Under this proposal, the customers, the data centers, will have to make a 10-year commitment to purchase at least a minimum of 90% of all of the energy that they are saying they're going to need before AEP will actually construct the infrastructure to service them. Several big tech companies such as Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta have testified against this new rate structure, calling it discriminatory and unreasonable. In their defense, AEP said they're facing a 15 gigawatt projected load growth due to data centers by 2030, and that they will need to put in place large transmission facilities that take as much as 7 to 10 years to construct, and that the new rate structure, argues AEP, will provide the data centers and cryptocurrency miners with an understanding of, and this is their quote, a clear understanding of their obligations as customers. The Biden administration's dramatic tariff hikes on certain products imported from China, including electric vehicles, batteries, critical minerals, semiconductors, and solar cells, will go into effect this week. The first tariffs are set to go into effect September 27th, with the next increases coming online in 2025. This week, we'll see the implementation of a 100% tariff on electric vehicles imported from China, 25% tariff on lithium-ion batteries for EVs, and a 50% tariff on photovoltaic cells. A 50% tariff on semiconductors made in China will go into effect in 2025, along with tariffs on selected medical equipment. The Biden administration argues that these tariffs are required to protect American workers and American companies from China's unfair trade practices. And during the recent presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, Trump argued against the transition away from fossil fuels, stating, and this is a quote from him, "You believe in things like we're not going to frack, we're not going to take fossil fuel, we're not going to do things that are going to make this country strong, whether you like it or not. Germany tried that, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants." Well, he was apparently referring to Germany's climate law that sets out a framework for reaching net zero emissions by 2045. In response to Trump's assertion that Germany has given up on its plans to transition to renewable energy, Germany's Federal Foreign Office issued a statement on September 11th. The statement said in part, quote, "Like it or not, Germany's energy system is fully operational with more than 50% renewables. We are shutting down, not building, coal and nuclear plants. Coal will be off the grid by 2038 at the latest. P.S. We also don't eat cats and dogs." And that is the news from the solar industry for this week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.